Nate Paul, the man at the center of the Ken Paxton impeachment case, was indicted on 8 federal counts of giving false information to lenders. Paul was arrested yesterday and appeared in court this morning. The indictment made no mention of suspended Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Fox 4's Stephen Dial live with reaction from Paxton's attorneys and what this could mean for Paxton's impeachment trial in the Senate. Stephen.
The legal team for the now suspended Attorney General Ken Paxton said today was a good day for their client. His name was not mentioned in the 23-page indictment for Nate Paul as he's facing 8 counts of federal crimes. Now, I spoke to a former federal prosecutor, and he says that doesn't mean that Paul could possibly be used to turn against Paxton. Nate Paul, the real estate investor at the center of the impeachment investigation of Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, appeared in federal court Friday. Paul is charged with 8 counts of making false statements to financial institutions, resulting in him getting $172 million in loans. Former U.S. Attorney Paul Roper examined the indictment.
It has nothing to do with any of the allegations raised against Attorney General Paxton. What it does deal with is it demonstrates that Paul has substantial exposure to going to federal prison if he is convicted.
Paul's alleged crimes happened in 2017 and 2018. During part of that time frame in 2018, he also donated $25,000 to Paxton's re-election campaign. While the now suspended Attorney General is not mentioned in Paul's 23-page indictment, Roper says that does not mean he's in the clear.
So they're serious charges, and I think the concern for the Paxton camp should be that the government might try to leverage Paul's cooperation by the threat of putting him in federal prison for a long time on this false statement case.
It's important to note there is no indication that the FBI is investigating Paxton on the same issues that led to his impeachment. The AG's attorneys, Tony Busby and Dan Cogdell, pointed to that in their statements. Busby saying, quote, "The charge against Paul evidently has nothing to do with Attorney General Ken Paxton. Nothing whatsoever. That should speak volumes as to how weak this impeachment effort is." Court documents say Paul allegedly tried to secure loans by submitting false bank statements, inflating his assets. This image is a screenshot Paul allegedly sent showing that he had $14 million in the bank. Investigators say the true account summary showed Paul only had $12,000. The impeachment case against Paxton accuses him of taking bribes from Paul and giving him access to FBI documents the feds did not want Paul to see. Earlier this week, Paxton's legal team called those claims a drive-by shooting to politically assassinate Paxton.
And this is the allegation based on nothing?
Dan Cogdell also sent a statement saying, in his opinion, this just shows that there is no there in terms of an illegal relationship between the two men. The reality is, at least for Ken Paxton, is today is a good day, not a bad one. Roper says so far, this could appear as a win in the court of public opinion for Paxton.
Could be the Paxton camp could say, you know what, he probably made a mistake in the people he decided to hang out with, but that doesn't mean that General Paxton is a criminal.
Again, it's important to note, Ken Paxton was not mentioned in this 23-page indictment. The only federal investigation that we know of involving Ken Paxton is when he was indicted back in 2015.
All right, Stephen Dial reporting live. Stephen, thank you.